So a really common issue with so many people's homes, including my own, is the yellowing or the discoloring of receptacles and light switches. It doesn't affect the performance of them, but it does cause them to look dingy and dirty. But in this video, I'm going to show you a few unknown ways in order to get those receptacles and light switches looking brand new again, so they're not yellowed out, dingy, or just ugly. And I'm going to show you how you can do this using some very basic tools that pretty much everybody has, and it really only takes a matter of seconds to do it. So let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, so here we are over at our mock-up wall. Being as though it is a mock-up wall, I'm still simulating it as though it's a real wall. It's got power going to it. As you can see, everything's wired up properly, and there's 123 volts there. So as you can see, this is a super common issue right here. You got your white trim plate, and over time, due to UV rays, it starts to yellow out the plastic that's used on the receptacles and switches. And it almost looks like an almond color, like a lot of your older homes used to have many years ago. But this just does not look right when you got this nice bright white trim plate and this almond to yellowish colored receptacle or light switch. Now, one thing I do want to just really quickly note before I show you these super easy and quick fixes is there is no replacement for replacing these, okay? So the number one way to get this fixed or get these looking updated and new is to actually install a new receptacle here. Now, like I talked in the beginning, that's not nearly as convenient. It can take quite a bit of time. And for some people, they don't feel comfortable in doing it themselves. And that cost can really add up as well. But just have to get that out there that the best way to get these fixed is actually to replace them, especially if you have the issue of when you plug something in, the plug is loose or it wants to fall out of the receptacle. What I'm going to show you after this is going to be completely cosmetic and will not fix that issue. So if that's your problem, there is no choice other than to replace the receptacle. But if your receptacle is functioning as it should be, plugs are getting held in, then you're really going to appreciate what I'm about to show you next, because it's so easy. All right, so even though we are not going to be working on the wires themselves, we still need to make sure our power is off. Accidents happen. So you want to find the circuit breaker that supplies the power to the receptacle or switch that you're going to be working on. And this is going to apply to all of these fixes I'm going to show you in this video. While we're working on something that's electrical, we always want to make sure our power is off at the circuit breaker first. All right, so now that power is off, now I can go ahead and remove the trim plate from my receptacle. Now you're going to want or need a screwdriver in order to do all of these fixes. Personally, I really recommend this one right here. This one is an electric screwdriver. It's got a light on it, and it makes taking these screws out and putting them back in a lot faster and easier. It's actually one of the top items people ask me about what it is that I'm using in my videos. So with this and everything else you're going to see in this video, from all the tools and materials, I'll have links for everything down in the description down below. And for those of you that are watching on TV, I'll have a QR code up on the screen so that all of you can check out all of these for yourself at any time during the video. So all I need to do is take my screwdriver. Slotted is almost always the screwdriver you need to take a trim plate off, and so I'll just turn it to the left. Once that's loose, I can take my trim plate off. So we're going to start with the most basic fix here and then work our way up to what I would consider to be the better looking fix. But of course, everybody's tastes are different and the costs are all relatively the same. So for this first one, we're going to be installing this device right here. This is basically just a trim plate that goes over the top of the receptacle to make it look like it's that nice white color that it originally looked like when it was brand new. So this is very basic. It's all just one smooth surface, as you can see. I'll put it up on this camera so you can see it a little bit closer, get an idea exactly for what it looks like. But this is super easy to do. All we have to do is take that plate, put it over our receptacles. Now, one thing with these is you want to make sure that you are lining up the holes with the receptacle holes perfectly. Because if you have it off just a little bit, not only is it going to make it a little bit more difficult to get the prongs of whatever it is you're trying to plug in into it, makes it just a little bit more difficult because it's a tighter squeeze. But not only that, if you don't have it perfectly centered, you will see a little bit of that yellowed or almond colored receptacle underneath of that. Color will be coming through just slightly. So you want to make sure that it's perfectly lined up. And then once you got it nice and lined up, then we'll just insert the screw into where we took the original one out. Turn it clockwise, get my screwdriver, go ahead and really tighten it down, make any final adjustments, and then tighten it down the rest of the way. All right. So just like that, we went from a very dull, yellowed, almond-looking receptacle to this thing is completely white now. And not only does it look a lot better, in my opinion, than it did before, which I just turned the circuit breaker back on just to show you guys this. And at this point, once this is installed or any of these fixes are installed completely, then you can turn your circuit breaker on. I'll show you that now that this is installed, we got our power back on. I'll take my receptacle tester, and as long as this green light shows up over here, everything is wired up properly. This thing is receiving power, and then I'll show you the screen showing the voltage. So plugged it in, there's that green light, pull it out of the receptacle, and as you can see, 123 volts. So this is just basically a cover plate to make everything just look more uniform, back to that white color. And while it does put a little bit of space between the receptacle itself and then the outside of the new trim plate, your plugs that you plug in are plenty long enough to make up for that little bit of gap that's being created by the plate, and you're still gonna have a really great connection, and everything looks a lot better. All right, so that is fix number one, but now let's move right into fix number two, which is just as easy and inexpensive as fix number one. So really just kind of the same thing. Power off. We're gonna remove that trim screw. Take that first one off, take our second plate, we're gonna line it up again. We wanna make sure that we're lining it up directly over the holes for the same exact reasons as the one before. Get that screw started, and now we're gonna tighten down that screw onto that plate. Maybe. I can't stand slotted screws. So in my opinion, this one looks really, really good. A super easy, literally only takes seconds in order to make this fix, and really brings everything back up to date and just making that really nice, clean look. Now, this is, in my opinion, the second best one, but this next one, to me, is just the best of all of them. It's gonna look very similar to this, but I do think it has a little bit better look than even this does, and it's a little bit more customizable. So if you have more than one receptacle in a box, it's not a problem, whereas if you have more than one receptacle in a box, this wouldn't really work because it's one whole piece. And that third one, and honestly, probably my top choice, this one's fantastic, but my top choice for me personally is this one right here. And for all the reasons I just mentioned a moment ago, in my opinion, once I show you this installed, I think it looks the best, looks the most realistic, and it's also a lot more customizable. So just really quickly, while we are talking about an easy way to update your electrical outlets, I just want to really quickly share with you a tool that can make a bunch of your DIY jobs a whole lot easier. So these right here are the VVOR impact socket sets, and one of them is a 29-piece half-inch drive, and the other is a 50-piece 3/8-inch drive. And these things are really made to last. They're made from premium CRV alloy steel. They're heat treated for extra toughness, and then they're finished with black phosphate to resist any rust, oil, or water. So these things can handle high impact torque without any rounding or cracking. And probably my favorite part about these is the 6-point design really does grab the fasteners from 6 different sides, giving a stronger hold that reduces wear and prevents any rounding of corners that can happen, even if you're using a high torque impact wrench. I've personally used them on lug nuts and heavy bolts, and they don't slip or damage the fastener at all like so many of your standard 12 points can tend to do. And the laser and stamp size markings are super clear and deep, so you can easily find the right socket fast, even if you're under a car or in a dimly lit garage. So do yourself a favor, head down to the links down in the description down below for these VVOR half-inch 29-piece set, or you can also take a look at the 3/8-inch 50-piece impact socket sets. And when you do, make sure to use the code VEVT5 for an additional 5% off. So thank you a ton to VVOR for sponsoring this video, but now let's get back to quickly updating our outlets. So there's gonna be a little bit more to this process, not much, but just a little bit more. So let's go ahead and take this one off. All right, so one of the big differences with using this one is this is actually going to become a part of that receptacle. It's not just a plate that's going to be over the whole thing. So in this case, what we will have to do in order to make this one work is the screws that are holding the receptacle into the box against the wall there, we're going to actually have to take those out, free up that receptacle, and just pull it slightly out. So go ahead and do that now. All right, now that I've got those screws loosened up, I need to actually take those screws and I need to pull them out of the bottom and then also the top. And once I got those screws removed that hold that in, that's when I'm gonna take my new plate here. I'm gonna put it over the top of my receptacle, and then I'm gonna take my screws, I'm gonna put them right back through those gaps that they were originally going in to screw it down to the wall. And then once those are in place, I can put the screws back into the holes of the box and then tighten these screws back down to the box, which then also pulls the receptacle down, holding it in place. All right, just like that. So as you can see already, this just looks like a Decora receptacle now. Looks a lot more modern, brand spanking new. Looks like this is what you would buy if you bought a new Decora receptacle out of the store and installed it. But like you saw, there's no wiring involved with this. So how then do we make this go from this to then having a nice trim piece going around it, covering up the box and finishing up this project? Well, you just need a cover plate like this one right here. This is your standard Decora cover plate. This is what you would buy anyways if you were buying a Decora receptacle, Decora light switch, or if you were installing a GFCI receptacle. All you gotta do then is put that over the top of that receptacle like so, and then there will be two screws, one on the top, one on the bottom. Just need to take the trim screws that come with it and turn them clockwise. And just like that, you have a brand new receptacle installed, except for it's not a brand new receptacle, but nobody is going to be able to tell the difference. This one legitimately looks like your standard Decora receptacle. In my opinion, this looks fantastic and probably what I'll be using for the majority of my house, unless it's a receptacle I actually know needs to be replaced. But this right here, very, very inexpensive and super easy to install. And again, just looks like it would if you were gonna rewire the whole thing and install a Decora receptacle. So definitely highly recommend you take a look at this if you're having this issue or you're wanting to modernize your house. Maybe you actually have the almond colored receptacles and you want them to be white and you just didn't want to go through the hassle of buying all new receptacles. That can add up pretty quickly and you just want them to be white like this. This is a fantastic option that just about anybody can do themselves. And again, like all of them, as you can see, if I plug in my receptacle tester, the light is green and up on the screen, 122 volts. Now, this was all for the receptacles. All three of these obviously were three choices that you could make outside of replacing the receptacle itself to make them look new, look great, but there are also options for light switches. And they're also very similar, but also quite different in that the light switch actually has to move. Receptacles, you just put a plate on there and you're just able to push the plug through the holes and it works the way that it should. A light switch actually requires you to move it, to engage it, to turn on the lights and turn them off. So I'm just gonna really quickly show you how to take your standard toggle switch, your light switch, and if it's yellowed out, almond colored, like we had with the receptacles, these are some super easy fixes that you can do with those as well. All right, so now going over to light switches, this one right here, while it's not super yellow, but the border around where the switch is, it's actually pretty yellow. These are also very common to get yellowed and to look bad and to get beat up to where many people would want to get these updated and making them look brand new again. So kind of like we did with the receptacles, we have some modifications we can do to these that don't require rewiring them. Now again, if you're having issues with the switch, gonna have to replace it. If you wanna make sure that you get as many years as possible out of a switch, if you feel comfortable with replacing a switch, also pretty easy to do. But what I'm gonna show you in this portion of the video is, again, like the receptacles, only gonna take a matter of seconds and use some very basic tools. Now, this circuit is live as well. If I go ahead and turn this light switch on, the light up there turns on. I'll go ahead and turn it off. So as you can see, this is in fact a live light switch. So trying to make this as realistic as possible, just like with the receptacles. So again, like always, before we start working on this, always want to make sure we turn the power off, locate that circuit breaker, turn it to the off position, and then turn the light switch on, and now the light is not coming on. So I know I've got the right one. Now all I need to do is remove the cover plate from my light switch here. All right, so for the light switches, I just have 2 fixes as opposed to 3. And in my opinion, they're both pretty much the same, but the second one will allow more customization, and I do think looks a little bit better. So with this first one, again, look at this thing right here. It is one full unit that has a little lever that goes up and down like so. So up closer on this camera, as you can see, this is what it would look like. And then this is then what would operate the light switch itself. So this is also super easy to install. We've got our light switch in the off position. Gravity is gonna pull this part of this plate down to the bottom. So it's gonna be in the down position. We want the toggle portion of the switch to go inside of, on the back side here. So we'll go ahead and line that up. Once that's in place, Then I'm gonna line up my holes with the light switch underneath, and then I'll just take 2 screws, one in the top, one in the bottom, insert each one of the screws, the trim plate screws, into those holes, and then turn them clockwise until they're tightened down. And now, just like that, we've got a more updated looking light switch here. So it's at this point, this is fully installed. At this point, I'm going to go to the circuit breaker, turn it back on. And now that circuit breaker is on, now all I need to do in order to operate this is push this to the up position, like so. It's got a little bit of push right there. So it's not just super loose to where it just gets easily bumped up and down. You got to mean to turn that light switch on. I actually kind of like that about that. So now that's in the on position, if we go up to the top, as you can see, the light is in fact on. And then of course, if I turn the switch down to the off position, the light then turns off. So this is option number 1. Option number 2, pretty similar, but has a little bit more customization to it. All right, so for this next option, it comes down to kind of like the receptacles, this one little piece right here. We need to remove the screws from the top and bottom portions of the light switch here. So again, just need to turn them all counterclockwise until they're loose from the box. All right, so again, my light switch is completely loose now. Now what I want to do is I want to remove the screws from the top and the bottom of it. Then I will take my new switch cover here, put it with it in the off position, fit the toggle switch into that part of the cover that's going to operate it. Once that's centered on top, then all I need to do, push it back up into the box and take my screws that I took out and put them back into the top and the bottom. And now just tighten them down to where they're nice and tight in place, like we're installing a new light switch. All right, so now this is installed in place. As you can see, we want to make sure it's operating properly. It goes up and down. So the next step after this is to then take a cover plate, like we used in the receptacle portion of the video, a Decora model trim plate, just like this one. They make all different types of them, depends on what look you're looking for. This is a more beveled sided, whereas you can get squared, whatever it is, you can get it and install it on top of this as long as it's Decora. We're just gonna put that cover plate over the top of our switch. I've already got the screws in the top and the bottom. Once those are in place, all I need to do is then turn them clockwise and tighten them down. All right, so now this light switch is ready to go. It's updated, all one color, looks a lot more modern. And in my opinion, like with the receptacle, this option just looks better to me. It just looks more like a light switch because it's 2 separate pieces. It's not just one solid piece. So again, this is my top choice, like with the receptacles, the 2 pieces, but you do have that one extra added step of installing the switch portion first and then the trim plate. So now it's at this point, you can turn the circuit breaker back on and test to make sure that the light is in fact still working, which unless you did something really screwed up, I don't even know how you'd mess it up since we didn't touch any of the wiring, the light should absolutely work. So I've got my circuit back on. All I need to do, flip the switch up and the light comes on just like that. Super simple solution here for light switches and receptacles. As you can see, they are super easy to do. Don't take anything but some very basic tools. All you need is a screwdriver. Again, I highly recommend the screwdriver that I showed you in this video or that I used in this video. I use it on so many projects. It makes everything so much easier. And it's the only one I found that feels like an actual screwdriver. So definitely highly recommend you take a look at these options for yourself. If you're having this issue in your home or you're just wanting to make it look more modern, this is what I'll be doing in my home for the receptacles because I just think that it looks so clean and it's just so easy and quick to do. And so like always, for your convenience, I will have links for this along with all of the trim plates, everything that I installed in this video for not only the light switches, but also the receptacles. I will also have links for the Leviton receptacles. Everything you saw in this video, I have links for down in the description down below where you can find them. And if you're watching on TV, I'll have a QR code up on the screen to where you can scan that QR code with a smart device and it will take you directly to all of these tools so you can check them all out for yourself. Now, something to just really quickly note is while we went over some super easy ways in order to update those receptacles and light switches so that they aren't looking faded or dirty or just ugly, making them look brand new again, they might not be the way that maybe you're wanting to do it, or maybe you have a different project in mind for those light switches and receptacles, which actually involves replacing them. If that's the case, then I have some videos I've done in the past that you really do need to pay attention to because I go over some of the most common mistakes that are made when people are switching out or installing new receptacles and light switches. I go over all those mistakes, what it could cause if you make those mistakes, and then also show you the proper way or better practices in order to install those receptacles and switches as best as possible. So if that would be of interest to you, all you have to do is click on one of these two videos right over here, whichever one interests you the most, whether it's receptacles or switches, and once you click on it, it will take you directly to it. But I hope that you found value in this video, and if you did, if you do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button right down below. And of course, if you have any questions or comments still, you can leave those down in the comment section. I'm Adam with How to Home, and I'll catch you in one of those next videos.